Hello, guys. My name is Chris, and I will tell you my summary of the Selfish Giant. Summary: The Selfish Giant is a short story by Oscar Wilde about a giant who builds a wall around his beautiful garden to keep children out. As a result, the garden falls into a perpetual winter with no flowers or birds, while the rest of the town enjoys spring. One day, the giant notices a small boy who has found a way into his garden along with the other children. When the children enter, Spring returns to the garden. Realizing his selfishness, the giant tears down the wall and opens the garden to the children. The boy, whom the giant grows especially fond of, represents purity and innocence, but mysteriously disappears. Years later, the giant, now old and kind-hearted, finds the boy again, but this time the boy has nail marks on his hands and feet, symbolizing Christ. The story concludes with the giant being welcomed into paradise by the boy, showing that his journey of redemption is complete. Figure of speech: personification. While gives human characteristics to nature, the garden seasons and trees are personified. For example, the snow covered all the grass with her great white cloth, and the frost painted all the trees silver. The personification of snow and frost reflects the coldness of the giant's heart. Simile. While used similes to make comparison and enhance imagery. For example, the children were sitting in the branches of the trees like star emphasizes the beauty of the sun, likening the children to stars, symbolizing light and hope in the dark. Metaphor: The garden is a metaphor for the giant's heart. When the garden is locked away and kept to himself, it becomes barren and cold, symbolizing the isolation that comes from selfishness. When the giant shares the garden, it blooms, reflecting the warmth that comes from love and generosity. Allusion: While alludes to Christian saints, particularly through the figure of the little boy, the stigmata on his hands and feet are a direct reference to Christ, who helps the giant find redemption and forgiveness. Imagery: The story is rich in imagery, especially when describing the garden in different seasons. While contrasts the cold, desolated winter with the vibrant spring, the vivid descriptions help create a clear visual image in the reader's mind and evoke an emotional response. Conclusion: The Selfish Giant is a powerful allegory about love, redemption, and the impact of generosity through various figures of speech and symbolic elements, while conveys the transformative power of kindness and the importance of opening one's heart to others. The giant journey from selfishness to spiritual fulfillment is a timeless lesson about the rewards of compassion and love.